Welcome back to the Dean's Data Depot. Today is October 14th and the second leg of the MLB playoff bonanza as we look ahead at the ALCS and NLCS series. For a quick recap of the playoffs so far, the Red Sox and Dodgers were victorious in the wildcard rounds after being favored in the simulation. In the LDS round, the Red Sox were once again the winners, knocking off the defending AL champs Tampa Bay Rays, and will play Houston in the ALCS this year. San Francisco and LA are headed to a fifth game tonight, and the winner will play Atlanta in the NLCS. The simulation correctly predicted the Astros and Braves to advance and favors the Dodgers against the Giants. Championship series, where the Houston Astros are predicted to be the kings of the AL once again, and as for the NLCS, the simulation favored the Dodgers over the Braves if that was to be the matchup, but narrowly likes Atlanta over the top-seeded San Francisco Giants. A quick recap of the methodology of the simulations. It is centered around the season series, which have far few data points for the championship series due to the interdivision play in the league championship round. From those season series, we take the average team runs scored at each location and the standard deviation of those same data points. These two values are then used in a formula that gives us a minimum and maximum value that form a range in which there is a 95% chance that the number of runs each team will score will be in that range. In short, we have a set of possible outcomes for each team based on the location of the game. The outcome of each game is determined by taking the outcome of each game of the series is calculated by taking a random value in the range of each of the two teams and comparing the outcome. This is simulated 10,000 times for each game, and the sum number of games each team won becomes the win probability for that given game. This is done for each game in the series by location. Then the average of the win totals by game is then divided by the 10,000 simulations per game to get the overall win probability for the series. Now diving into the ALCS matchup. The Houston Astros won the series in 68.9% of simulations and are matching up against a Boston team that they have faced 7 times so far this season. The Astros won the series 5-2, dropping one game both at home and away. This is also the third time that these two teams will face in the postseason, all of their matchups coming in the last 5 seasons. Returning once more to the big board, where we will take a look into each of the possible NLCS matchups after tonight, starting here with the Atlanta Braves playing host to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are the favorites in this matchup by a roughly 65-35 margin. The 6 games were evenly split between both venues, and the results were split in favor of the Dodgers. LA dropped the series in Atlanta 2-1, but swept the Braves when they visited Dodger Stadium. The postseason history between these two teams dates back to 1996 when Atlanta topped Los Angeles in a 3-0 sweep in the NLDS. The matchup came back to life in the 2010s, both times though the series went in favor of the Dodgers, who recorded 3-1 NLDS victories in 2013 and 2018. Should the home team Giants win tonight to knock off LA, they would play host to the Braves in games 1, 2, 5, and 7 in the NLCS. However, they are projected to lose narrowly in what could shape up to be a very interesting NLCS. This potential matchup is slated to be the closest matchup of all playoff matchups that have been simulated so far, with the Braves winning 51.1% of the matchups, a slim edge over the 107-win Giants. Similar to the LA matchup, the Braves played 3 games at home and 3 games on the road versus San Francisco. The series was also split evenly, with each team winning 2 home games and 1 away game over the 6-game series. These two teams have faced off twice in the postseason, once in 2002 and once in 2010. The Giants won both matchups, which both took place in the divisional series round. Each team scored 8 runs during the regular season series in San Francisco, but the Braves outscored the Giants 15-10 in their series win at home in late August, giving them a slight edge over the NL best record Giants. Alas, the NLCS finalized matchup has to wait as the Dodgers travel once more to San Francisco to try and pull off the upset, and the Giants try to reach their first NLCS since 2014. With the model projects each team to have a very different championship experience. This has been the Dean's Data Depot. We'll see you next week.